Today I'm going to talk about Marc Chagall's life and the painting I and the Village he made in 1911. Marc Chagall was a Russian-French artist who was born in a Jewish family in Vitebsk. Back then, Jewish children were not allowed to attend regular schools and they were restricted heavily. He went to a local Jewish school and he found himself interested in art. Even though his family did not like it and Jewish artists were rare and unaccepted at the time, Chagall pursued his desire to become a painter. In 1906, he moved to St. Petersburg, borrowing a passport of a friend, as Jewish people were not allowed there at the time. He studied at an art school for 2 years and went to study under a great artist at a school of drawing and painting until 1910. And he moved to Paris in the same year. It was during this time that Chagall discovered the European avant-garde style, such as paintings made by Paul Gauguin. And he developed his own special style as well. He created a lot of different paintings, but most of the themes are about people, and they seem sort of surreal as well. He died in 1985 and age 98. So this is the painting I and the Village, and it's mainly about his home, like his hometown, which is like Vitebsk. And in fact, he does not really like Vitebsk a lot because in his memory, there were a lot of rules and people there were restricted heavily by the rules, and it was a boring, dull town to him as well. But he still painted a lot of paintings about his hometown, Vitebsk, and he painted with love instead of hate or sadness. So you can see that in this painting, there is a man with green skin, and there's also this animal which is probably a goat. And there's this woman milking a cow or goat on the big goat's cheek, and that probably represents his hometown as well. So he thought about the tree of life, which is what the man with green skin is holding, and around the tree of life is 2 circles, one big and one small, and that represents the orbiting of sun and moon and earth. So it's all about his hometown, and even though he didn't really like his hometown, he still painted with love. And you can also see that between the goat and man, in probably like the background or middle ground, there are 2 people. One is a man with something, carrying something, which is probably for moving, like all his things are in it. And there's also this upside down woman playing the violin. And in the background, you can see churches and houses people live in. The whole painting is all about his hometown, Vitebsk, and everything in it represents something he remembers and something that is important for him that is in his hometown at his time. And it's a really special and amazing painting because it's one of the paintings that he developed his really special style, which is between Analytical Cubism and Fauvism. Well, it doesn't really have a name, like there is not a special name for Chagall's style, and that's because Chagall was the only one who painted in this style. It is really different from all the other artists' works, and that's what makes Chagall so famous and great. So this is Analytical Cubism, so you can see that everything here is a combination of simple form and shapes and mostly blocks. There isn't really a lot of different colors, but the point in this one is, in this style, is that everything is formed by simple shapes. And this is Fauvism. So you can see that it is really colorful and bright. Most of it are not like natural colors, and in fact, when the artist was asked like what color the maiden was wearing, the artist answered that it's black. And back to this. So the style, you can see that it's between the two, like Cubism and Fauvism, and it is also a really important point of modern art, and it's a really cool painting, and it's not like the only one that Chagall made, of course, and his other paintings are all really also really special and different from his other paintings. So this is one I made myself, and I tried to recreate Chagall's work, and I think it's actually not really easy to create something that looks simple, and I think the colors could be a little bit more variated, and there could be more gradation in colors as well. So that's it, and thanks for watching.